Oh, sorry about that. I just have a song stuck in my head and it's quite catchy. So, welcome. We are back to the Bandcamp Dailies number 51. So, this is another belated episode. The previous one, it was like I was 10 days late or something like that. And today, someone listened to, well, we have a bunch of listens, but yesterday someone listened to Illogical Infatuations 1. But we've already made actually 2 videos about this song. And then today, someone listened to it again. Illogical Infatuations 1. And then it made me realize, oh wait, the 2 videos that I made before, we didn't watch because there's a live video that I recorded. And there's also a tab. And we didn't watch the entire video and we didn't look at the entire tab. We did listen to the entire song and read the lyrics, the very embarrassing lyrics that I was very embarrassed about. But we didn't watch the video the entire. We took a peek at the video and we took a peek, little peek-see. I like saying that, little peek-see. That's my catchphrase. We took a little peek-see at both the live video and the tab. But tonight I figured we're going to listen to all of it. And that song is like over 10 minutes long. So looking at the live video and looking at the tab, it's going to be over 20 minutes in terms of video length. And so that's what I was planning on doing today. And then later on during the day, we got a bunch more listens. So this is going to be a bit of an extended episode. I'll try and be quick. I say it all the time and I never am because I don't know how to make these videos properly, but I'll see what I can do. So we have Unmuted Dreams. These 2 songs are from Spontaneous Synaptic Mutations. We're talking about these. The Kansas City Shred ones we're not doing. We've done those before. And Illogical Infatuations I already mentioned. We're doing this. This is from Santa's Unnecessary Elaborations. Destiny and Revenge. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, okay. I confused this song with another song. We are talking about Destiny and Revenge. This is from, what the heck is it called? Spatial Lacerations. We talked about Spatial Lacerations, I think, in the previous video. And so we're going to be talking about that. Cries from a Defective Mind and Lost Valley of Dissection. We've already talked about these. Okay, so let's get right into it. Yeah, so I just wanted to say, once again, I'm very sorry. I am extremely sorry. Sincere apologies for not making a video last night about Illogical Infatuations 1. But making up for it tonight. I'm really rusty and I'm sort of a scatterbrain. I don't know what I'm doing. So, okay. So before we get into it, I have to give you an update on my movie watching, obviously, because that's my new thing. Now, the previous video, I guess that was 2 days ago now, I had mentioned that I had a long dry spell of 20 plus movies where I wasn't able to finish a movie because I'm a bit of a picky guy. And that night, the night of the video that I made the video, I said I was watching this movie called Take Shelter and I was really enjoying it. And I got about over halfway through in the movie and then I had to make my video and then I was looking forward to finishing the movie and I finished it, but the ending, I wasn't into the ending. The movie sort of turned itself into like some sort of mental health movie as opposed to, I don't know if it was supernatural, but this guy was having these disturbing dreams about a tornado and he was getting all paranoid and stuff. But they sort of turned the movie into like a mental health thing, like he had schizophrenia or something. But then at the very end of the movie, all of a sudden there's this huge storm. And I didn't like the ending. So they sort of undid what they did. I don't know. Anyway, tonight I started watching a movie and it's really good. I really like it. It's called Spinning Man, I think. Spinning Man, I believe. It's like a mystery / thriller. It's not much of a thriller. It's a mystery though. So this some high school cheerleader, she goes missing. And the detective is, I guess there was some sort of evidence implicating a university. What's that called? The teacher, professor, a university professor. And so the detective is trying to find some more evidence to nail this professor and figure out what happened to this girl. However, us as the viewers, we don't know if he actually did it or not, and the cops also don't know, and the professor is being all sort of wishy-washy about it. So it's definitely a mystery, and I'm very much enjoying myself watching it. So I think, once again, I'm about halfway through. So I'm definitely looking forward to finishing that off, and hopefully the ending is better than the previous movie's ending. Anyway, there is your update on my movie watching. I know I get so many comments asking about my movie watching, so that's why I'm just joking. But I'm interested in my movie watching, so that's why I'm sharing it. Okay, so we're going to go to Destiny and Revenge first. Tonight is a popcorn night, by the way, but I'm going to save the popcorn until we get to Illogical Infatuations, because there's going to be like 20 minutes worth of just music, so that'll give me ample opportunity to stuff my face with popcorn. Okay, so we talked about this album very recently. This is a 99 track. This is my first composed 99 track album. Super proud of myself that I did this from 2017. And Destiny and Revenge is the last song. Well, it's not the last song, but it's the last death metal song. So this album contains 10 death metal songs, then an ambient noise track, then 10 more death metal songs, then an ambient noise track, etc., etc., etc. So it's like chunks of 11. So 9 chunks of 11 equal 99, right? So the very last death metal song is Destiny and Revenge. And I mentioned in the previous video that all of the death metal songs have to be 30 seconds or less. And here we go with this one is 59 seconds. So obviously I lied. I forgot actually in the previous video that the last song of the album, the last death metal song, is longer. It's double the length. So it's like it's a minute. So I apologize for lying to you. I really did not mean to. I was only trying to protect your feelings. So please forgive me. Okay, so Destiny and Revenge, here we have it. We have the lyrics. So we're going to, just like last time, we're going to listen to it on Bandcamp. Then we're going to head over to the tab. We're going to watch the tab. And then we're going to go to live video and we'll watch the live video. So let's get right to it. Destiny and Revenge. There you go. There you have it. Destiny and Revenge. I love the song. It's very good. Very nice melodies in it. Very sad sounding song. It's a slow song too. This is like the ballad that ends the album. I tend to do that actually. I put the slow songs at the end. I guess that's sort of my thing. That's the thing that I do. So, all right, let's head over to Tabsville. Now, what is this album? Spatial Aspirations. 99. Oh my God. I hate... Why does Windows do this every friggin' time I enter a new folder? It's like, oh, these are music files. I'm going to add all this. I'm going to sort it. I'm going to put all these stupid things up here. I know some people use this. I hate this stuff. I never use this stuff. It doesn't happen every time, but it happens like... because we were in this folder last time in the video, and it was sorted by a list or something, right? We were looking, what the heck, man? No, we had the details, but we didn't have any of this. I remember, I don't know when they introduced this. This was at least Windows 7 did this, I believe. And they would just do it automatically. It's like, oh, there are music files here. I'm going to add all the stupid extra shit, all the stupid stuff here. No, all I'm interested in is the type, the size, and the date modified. I don't care about anything else. Okay, so I get really mad at stuff like that. Okay. So, oh shit. Oh my God. I forgot. We encountered this problem last, I'm missing files. Okay, so I'm gonna have to stop the video and I'm gonna have to search for these extra tabs. I might have to bring out my laptop and get them. This is really stupid. I completely forgot about this. I'm sorry, I'll be right back. I'm really sorry about that, guys. I'm sorry for keeping you waiting. I know you weren't waiting. It was just a snap of the finger, but I completely forgot about this, that I did not have the tab on my computer. But I found them. I found the tabs. I had to get my laptop out and put the laptop back. I guess you could tell by the bottom right-hand corner. I don't know how much time has elapsed, but you will know. So, hooray, got the tabs. Now, I guess the reason why there was a bit of a mix-up as to why I didn't have some tabs. I had like all these files on an external hard drive and on a USB stick, but I had never backed up the 85 to 89 files. Those were only on my laptop. I didn't realize that. I guess I had never backed them up, which is kind of dangerous. But I have them backed up now. And I guess the reason why I didn't do that is you can see there's a bit of a gap. So we have May 7th and May 8th. I guess there's a bit of a gap here too. But then, 11 days later, I wrote track 85. And then like 12 days later, I wrote track 86. And then 10 days later, I finally started to finish the album. I don't know what took so long. I mean, there were 90 songs, so I guess I was potentially running out of ideas. But either way, let's listen to the tab. This is still Destiny and Revenge. Yeah, really, really nice melodies in that song. It's a very slow song. I mean, I mentioned this in the previous video. I wonder if whenever I bring these tabs up, if anyone plays guitar along to them. And I mean, this would be a good song to play along to because it's slower. The chords, there are some tricky chords in here, some tricky fingerings. But it's a slow song. So, and now we're going to the live video, and I mentioned that's a slow song. However, I absolutely butcher this song in the live video, pretty much just for one part. I was playing completely the wrong notes, and it sounds horrible. But we're going to watch that. We're going to make fun of myself. So I have it queued up right here. This is not the correct video. Oh my God. Okay, let's just go back to YouTube. I forgot to do the spatial lacerations video as well. I have the Illogical Infatuations video queued up. Okay, let's go here. Let's search for spatial lacerations. Here, no. This is the video I made a day ago. Spatial lacerations full album. Yes, this is it. Copy the link. Paste. Add the hyphen. I am just so disorganized lately. I don't know what's going on. All right, so this is the last song. So we're going to scroll all the way to the end. Okay, here's a song right here. Okay, here we go. So we're going to start watching the video. I made a mistake there too. Okay, so here is where it gets really bad. I was literally playing the wrong notes. It sounds horrible. I didn't realize until after I had played the chord for a couple times. So it's really, really bad. But let's listen to it. By the way, there's a lot of harmonics on this song. Sounds really good. So yeah, listen to the really bad notes. Okay, now I'm playing it good. I think it's one. Yeah, I played it bad 4 times. I was literally on the wrong fret. All right, there you go. But yeah, you can see what I'm talking about with the tricky chords. You can see the fingerings right there. You know, there's a 4 fret stretch there. So yeah, there are some tricky chords going on. Okay, well there is your Destiny and Revenge. We finished it. Give yourself a round of applause. That's my new catchphrase apparently. I've said that in my last 3 videos, I think. Okay, so now we're off to spontaneous synaptic mutations, I believe. So Unmuted Dreams, 279 and 280. All right. So I clicked on the link, and then it takes a little while to load because this album has 490 songs on it. 490. The complete, this is only part 1. The complete album was supposed to have 1,000, but I still haven't finished it. I mean, I recorded 1,000 drum tracks, but I just haven't finished the guitars. And this was all the way back in 2020, so I don't know if I'm going to be able. I don't know if I'm ever going to finish it, but maybe one day. Either way, we've talked about this before, about this album before. So this is a pretty much a sequel to my self-inflicted memory loss album, which is free jazz, completely improvised, nonsensical, and randomly arranged. And so that's what I did for this one as well. The songs are very short. They're all 16 seconds long, very fast as well. You can see this one's all, like the first 100 are called introversions. The next 100 are called Unmuted Dreams. The reason for that is because each of these like groupings of songs, I had a different goal for when I was recording the guitars. So for the Introversions ones, there was no rules. I just did whatever I wanted, completely improvised, and then everything was rearranged and randomly arranged so that the final tracks had one drums track and then two guitar tracks. For Unmuted Dreams, I believe my goal when recording guitars was to have a lot of ringing notes. So that's what I tried to do there. Romantic abnormalities. Did I just have a stroke? Romantic abnormalities, I believe my goal for this one was to play within a certain scale. And then auditory hallucinations, this was when I was using my echo pedal. This is a very fun grouping. And then the second introversions, positive awareness, this is where I actually wrote music along to the improvised drums that I recorded. Okay, but we are on 278 and 279, I believe, yes. So very short. So we're going to listen to both of these, and then we're going to head over, just like we always do, we're going to head over into Reaper, and we're going to isolate the instruments because, this sounds rather ridiculous, rather nonsensical. So yeah, this type of music is definitely not for everyone. Might not be for anyone besides me, but I definitely like it. It's very fun to make, and I've listened to all these songs quite a bit, so I have them like semi-memorized. I do prefer Self-Inflicted Memory Loss to this, but this album does have some really cool parts on it. I think the reason I'm not super into this is the drum sound is not very good on this album, so I was not happy with that. But either way, let's listen to Spontaneous Synaptic Mutations Part 1. This is Unmuted Dreams 278 and Unmuted Dreams 279. Okay, so I will make a comment about it sounds really strange. I really like how this song starts. The melody is so strange at the beginning. It's like I don't even know how you would write a song that sounds like that, but obviously you can because I recorded it like this, but it was all improvised. None of the instruments knew what each other was doing. So this just ended up sounding like that. But yeah, it's a really cool start of the song. I love that melody. Yeah, I really like the start of this song as well. Yeah, most people would consider this type of music to be unlistenable, and that is their loss. I had a point I was going to make, but I've been posting quite a lot of like free jazz YouTube shorts, and normally the comments are, I don't know, I guess it's like a mix of half and half. Usually there are no comments, but if someone does post a comment, it's usually them being like, this sounds horrible. And it's funny because the people who say that, it's like they think you don't know how it sounds. It's like they think you're trying to make a normal sounding song, but you're so stupid that you're coming out with like something that sounds like this. Like I am so dumb that I'm unable to make a normal sounding song. And this is my attempt at making a normal sounding song. That's what people think when they listen to you, when they listen to music like this. And it just, I find that so funny. Like, how can you think that? Obviously, it's meant to sound like this. Anyway, there's those two songs. Now let's open up Reaper. And, okay, 78 and 79. So I did take a little peek-see at these songs earlier. I didn't isolate the tracks, but I did open up, what is this, Reaper? Okay, let's close the video window, and let's view the mixer, and let's unview the floating mixer master thing. Okay, there you go. So let's turn off the grid too. All right, so this is, first of all, we're going to isolate the drums. Oh, and I also have to centerize the guitars for any potential headphone users. All right, so this is 278, Unmuted Dreams 278. I like that title, by the way, Unmuted Dreams. I very much enjoy that drum track. Yeah. I mean, the drum sound is not good, but I definitely like my playing there. All right, so let's deselect those, and we will select guitar number 1. So obviously one of these guitars, I don't know why this says -2. I don't understand what's going on there. Obviously one of these guitars has those high notes where I said I really like the melody. So I don't know which one it's going to be. Yeah, so those first couple notes are just magical. Yeah, some really nice dissonance going on. Okay, so let's listen to the other. I don't even know what the other guitar track is going to be playing, because like that first guitar track sounds like the song when I hear it. That's really interesting. Maybe that's why I like the song. This is, I'm just like playing chords, our arpeggio style. And it's a cool chords. Yeah, that's cool. I can see how both of these guitars go well together. It's no wonder why I very much enjoy the melody in the song. Now, if I were to actually like rewrite this song, to actually write it as opposed to it being completely thought up off the top of my head, I would change this. I would add more of the high notes as opposed to this, like, I don't know what to call this. Yeah, that note right there, that doesn't fit. I would change that note. I'd probably add more of the high notes, and it would be really good. It would mix well with the second guitar. Anyway, this is a cool song. So let's go to the next track, 279. Now, let's see if I can do this. Yes. Okay. Very nice. Super fast blast beat right at the beginning. Good stuff. All right, so I don't even remember what this song sounds like. Not bad. That's cool. I can see, you know, I mentioned the theme of the guitars on this, on Unmuted Dreams, are the theme is a lot of ringing notes. And there's definitely, each guitar track that we listen to has a lot of ringing notes. So obviously that was in my mind when I was trying to record the guitars. Add a lot of ringing notes. Nice. Okay, so what is this going to sound like? Okay, those are definitely some good, some nice black metal chords. That I could definitely make a song out of that. Good stuff. Yeah, so once again, ringing notes. All right, so there you have it. There are your Unmuted Dream songs. So I think all we have left is Illogical, Infatuations, which means I get to make some popcorn. So let's cue up that. So what do we have to do? We have to make... yeah. Okay, so I talked about everything. Now all we have to do is watch the live video. This one right here. We're going to watch the entire thing. And then we're going to look at the tab. So we have to figure out where the tab is. I'll do that first so that my popcorn doesn't get all cold. So what is this? Sanity's Unnecessary Elaborations. Here we go. Illogical Infatuations 1. So when did I write this? Well, I guess the tab was finished on this 2017. Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay. I was going to say, I thought I recorded this song first, but no, I recorded Inevitabilities first. That's why it has an earlier date. So interesting thing about this album, Inevitabilities, we've already talked about the song, but I'm using my old drum kit on this song because I recorded it first. I ended up getting a new drum kit, and you could see it was like 7 months or 8 months later I recorded this song. Wow, that's quite a bit of a break there. It was probably due to the new drum kit. I had to get used to the new drum kit, I'm assuming, at least. Either way, let's we really don't have to open this now. Okay, so I've got to make some popcorn, so I'll be right back once again. By the way, I forgot to mention, I forgot to talk about the album, the Sanity's Unnecessary Elaboration. So here is the album with the very beautiful and romantic and emotional cover art. It's dramatic. That's what I wanted to say. Very dramatic cover art. I took this photo, by the way. Super proud of this photo. This was an amazing night. And what am I trying to say? So here's Illogical Infatuations 1, 1047, very long. The point or the premise behind this album, 3 of the songs contain 100 sections each. So sections is sort of an arbitrary term that I made where it's, I mean, I can talk about it when we look at the tab, and there are no repeating sections. So it's the song structure is quite elaborate and what's the word I'm trying to think of? I don't remember. I don't know what the word I'm trying to think of is, but there are no repeating sections. So you have to memorize a lot. And so doing this and recording this video that we're about to watch, this was a real big deal for me because 10 minutes, I had to memorize 100 unique non-repeating sections, and I had to play it all in a full take and I didn't do any editing afterwards. So this was definitely challenging. It was extremely challenging, actually, but I did it. I remember memorizing all this. I would have my tab and I would memorize it 10 sections at a time. And then I would try and play the entire thing at once. And then I would have to go back to specific 10 sections at a time just to try and rememorize it. And I kept doing it over and over until I could play it all the way through. So yeah, we're going to watch this. We're going to watch this song. We're going to listen to this song. And yeah, here's another shirtless drumming video. This one is not very interesting though. The camera angle is sort of behind me, and it's also obscuring my fatness because I'm quite fat here. This was I don't know what year this was. I can't remember. It was either 2017 or 2016 or 2017. I don't remember, to be honest. But either way, I was getting up there in the chunky department, and I don't think you can really tell because of the camera angle, but I'm just letting you know I was quite chunky. So if you want to watch a good shirtless drumming video, I have others where I look better. So, but what I'm trying to say is with this intro is don't, what am I trying to say? I feel like I wrote this down, but I don't have it here. Oh, yeah, I did write it. I had a joke here. So, yeah, just pay attention to how good and talented I am in this video. Yeah, I'm just joking around. But no, this was very, very good for me. I can't talk right now. I don't know what the problem is. But yeah, let's just watch the video. Got my popcorn, by the way. Also, this is the instrumental version. I uploaded this to YouTube before the album was done. That's why it's called NR4. That was the production name of the song. I guess it was the fourth song I wrote. And so, yeah, that's why there's no lyrics. But I believe there are keyboards. Look at how bald I was even back now. 2017, 2018. Good God, 2016 or 2017. It was almost 10 years ago. Yeah, you might be able to get a little peek at my fat rolls. But yeah, try and see if you can see my chunkiness. My arms look pretty good, though. That's one of my favorite riffs of the song. You can see I'm quite sweaty. This was quite a workout on drums. By the way, so this is a video of me recording the song. So this isn't like the previous video where I was playing guitar along to the already recorded album version of the music, where there's an extra guitar. So there were 3 guitars. This, I actually recorded myself. I videotaped myself recording the song. And so whenever I record music, I always have 2 guitar tracks. And so, but for this, I only videotaped one of the guitars. I'm assuming it was it's either the left or the right. I don't remember. But, and then for the other guitar, I didn't videotape it. I just recorded it like normal, just the audio. And then obviously I recorded the drums as well. It's so tight. I played super good. Obviously, this was a good take, and I kept it. But still, my playing is really, really good. There are a couple minor mistakes, but nothing egregious. Nothing that made me want to re-record everything. And there's no overdubs or anything like that. Another one of my favorite riffs is coming up. Holy moly. I remember those days, practicing that song every day, making sure I could play it all the way through and then recording it. I was super proud of myself for that. Yeah, that was probably, at the time, that was my biggest achievement. And musically, I really liked the song as well. A lot of good melodies in this song. The keyboards are very emotional, and super proud of this album. And once again, I forgot to mention this. This is my most popular album by far. It's got the most sales, and it's got the most downloads. And the song we just listened to, Illogical Infatuations 1, is by far my most popular song in terms of listens. I'll show you, actually. Let's go to all time. Illogical Infatuations 1, 1474 listens. Now, most of them, it's a very long song, so a bunch of them didn't last very long. But, there's still a lot of listens. It's more than twice the second most popular song. So, okay, so I think all we have left to do is look at the tab. So we're just going to listen to the song again, but in tab form. So get out your guitar and try and play along. So there are 100 sections, like I said, right? And what I meant by sections, so how I went about writing the song, I just considered a section to be like a music staff right here, right? I would just do something. Now, you can ignore these time signatures because they're incorrect. Sometimes they're incorrect. I didn't time it out properly in terms of the time signatures. And so, like, if I were to do the error checker, there would be a whole bunch of errors because I didn't write it out properly in terms of time signatures and whatnot. However, what I consider to be a section is just a music staff, a measure or whatever. And so there are 100 of them. There should be actually 101 because this one at the top is just like a count-in. So if I scroll down to the very bottom, it should say 101. Yeah, 101. All right, so let's look at the tab. So get out your guitar, try and play along, and try and see if you can play like one of these sections. The song itself isn't that hard to play. The only reason it's hard to play is because there's 100 sections. And so you have to, there's a lot of memorization. That's the only really hard thing about it. Once again, some of the chords are tricky, but generally it's not a super fast song. And I mean, there are fast parts, but it's more fast on drums. All right, so let's listen to the song once again, and then that's going to be it for the video. Can you even read it? Read this? Good God, we listened to it twice. You know what? Looking at the tab, it reminded me of something. Now, if you go all the way down to the bottom here, this measure, the very last one, measure 100, what? 101. Yeah, I was looking at the tempo. No, measure 101. I added this sort of later. So when I wrote the song, I believe I had written 100 measures, but I don't think I took into account this beginning measure right here because this was just a count in. So when I wrote the song, it would have had to have been 101 measures if there were going to be 100 sections, right? And so I don't know how long it took me to realize, but I finished writing the song, the first version of the song, but it only had 99 sections, and then I had to add this section on at after the fact. So I was just reminded of that right now. So the song was originally supposed to end on this measure right here. That would have been a good ending as well, but I feel like the new ending that I came up with is also fitting. Anyway, that's it for the video. I'm assuming this was a really long video. I'm very apologetic for that, but we had some stuff we had to get through, and we also we've exhausted Illogical Infatuations 1. So we've done everything we can do with Illogical Infatuations 1. So, yeah, next time, I'll talk to you next time.